several stories also, wherein he tried to explain the underlying reason of our delinquent behavior or the criminal behavior, etc. So today we have Dibbasri Sengupta. She is our academic assistant of school psychology, and RPRIT has the cultural group, and this cultural group is maintained by Somduti Roy and Dibbasri Sengupta. So now Dibbasri Sengupta and Somduti Roy both are here. So I am requesting Dibbasri, please you start the program.
Good morning all. I welcome you on behalf of Ravindric Psychotherapy Research Institute Trust to online symposium on psychological scaling in forensic psychology. I would request you all to please join our invocation prayer to start the program. Please join. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sah Viryam Karvavahai Tejasvi Navadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavaha Shanti Shanti Shanti. Today we are all assembled in this virtual platform with the focus of getting exposure of recent researches and studies. It is an amazing way to accept the new horizon of knowledge and moving towards the truth. On this note, Upasana will take us through a beautiful recitation of Bojhapara by Ramindranath Tagore. So I would just take a time to play it. Please be with us.
Dibbasri, I think Upasana has not joined.
No, it will be play recorded.
Okay. Okay, Upasana is joining now. Upasana has joined. Dibbasri. Okay, before that we can talk about our own introduction. Sonam is here. Sonam Please you introduce yourself, Sonam. Hello, Sonam, madam, please.
Hello everyone. Um, so my name is Sonam. I'm pursuing PhD from NFSU and currently I'm working as a guest faculty for Rabindrit. I'm teaching the forensic psychology disorders and testing here. So hope all goes well here.
Thank you, Sonam. Yes, I have followed your lecture. It is nice. Very nicely you are presenting your teachings.
Thank you so much, sir.
Shomir Maiti, Nahana Parvin, may I know about you?
Good morning, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
I am currently pursuing my PhD. I was a student of Rabindranath Psychotherapeutic Institute course, basic course in applied psychometrics, last batch.
Oh, thank you, Nahana. Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning, madam. I am waiting. When you will join.
I'm
Okay,
here,
thank you,
sir.
madam.
Here, sir.
Thank you, madam. Thank you. Now, one of our student, she will perform. So, Dibbasri, are you ready now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Actually, Anupama ma'am will play it. Okay. So she has joined now.
I don't know. This is the learning. When you have the responsibility, you will perform. Okay, that is the basic thing. To be a good leader, you have to perform. You do not depend upon others.
I have joined, sir.
Because everything is not available to you always. So please start. Somnath Bose. People are gradually coming. We are going to start tele-mental health counseling. And for that reason, we have selected Ms. Shreyoshi Sharma. Shreyoshi Sharma has joined. Hello, Dibbasri, please start.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Nothing is audible.
Yes, please play it. Hello. Hello.
Hello, Dibbasri, please.
Yes, sir. It
Time
will
is
start.
very. Time is important, Dibbasri. Putul has joined here. So
Upasana, can you?
Hello, Upasana. She has joined just. I do not know whether she has left or not. Yeah, Upasana has left. She joined and maybe due to the technical problem. So, Dibbasri, please you continue. That is what will be the next stage. Hello, Dibbasri.
Yes, sir. I'm extremely sorry that it's not getting played. So I'm going to the next phase. Here I will request to please consider this. Ravindric Psychotherapy Research Institute Trust was initiated its journey on 1st July 2018. Within this 4 years of time span, the trust established itself as premier institute to propagate the vision of Rabindranath Tagore and postulate of Ravindric psychotherapy through virtual network system. The institute reflecting the essence of where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, where knowledge is free, where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic wall. It is research-led, future-oriented school focused on developing a new generation of thought leaders. This new research institute is Virtual Research Institute, registered under Indian Trust Act 1882. Currently, this institute has more than 100 certified students. This institute is constantly engaged in dissemination of knowledge through short-term and long-term academic courses, internships, micro-internships, seminars, webinars, and workshops. Students are trained here by internal and external faculties. This institute always offers skill development courses for students and professionals under leadership of academic assistant and the Academic Council of Ravindric Psychotherapy Research Institute Trust play a critical role in every academic activities and researches. Here I would take the opportunity to introduce our board members of the Institute. Ms. Shudipa Banerjee, Dr. Shubroto Badak, Dr. Shitangshu Khatua, Dr. Rama Manna, Dr. Devdulal Dottoray. And I request Dr. Devdulal Dottoray sir to share a few words with us.
Okay, thank you, Dibbasri. Is it visible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Thank you.
Yes.
When you understand Ravindric Psychotherapy Research Institute Trust, you always think that it has certain motto. The motto is Tamosho Ma Jyotir Gamayo. What is the meaning of Tamosho Ma Jyotir Gamayo? It means we are going to explore the truth when we will be minimize the error in our response pattern. And this institute has been conceptualized based upon the postulates of Rabindric psychotherapy. So Rabindric psychotherapy is not the life story of Rabindranath Tagore. It is the psychotherapeutic technique. Any psychotherapy is based upon some postulates. Therefore, Rabindric psychotherapy is also based upon the postulates. Each postulate in each psychotherapy, you will find the postulates are developed out of different experiments, out of different case studies. Like that, Rabindric psychotherapy postulates are also developed out of the treatment of patient suffering from obsessive compulsive disorder, suffering from behavior disorder, suffering from high level of depression with 4 or 5 times suicidal attempts, and also suffering from schizophrenia. So you have understood that is the postulates are extracted out of the case studies conducted by me in different clinical settings. Number one. And number two, I have applied the concept of Rabindric psychotherapy, the postulates of Rabindric psychotherapy in educational setting, in community development, and observed that there are 3 layers of consciousness. These 3 layers are Murto, Rag, and Saraswat. When we are discussing about the Murto layer, so this Murto layer, its color is gray. It is the seat of attention, sensation, and perception. So when any information from the environment is coming to us, so that information lies at the Murto layer. When the information comes, sometimes we are not able to filter the information. So filtering difficulty is there. That is also discussed in Rabindric psychotherapy. Okay. The next layer, that is the Raga layer. It is the seat of feeling, emotion, memory, thinking, and their associations. So it is the structure of the multiple variables, multiple psychological faculties. Since it is the intercorrelations, since it is the multidimensional in nature, you will find multiple shades in this particular layer. Another, the layer that is called the Saraswat layer. And this Saraswat layer is the seat of harmony with surroundings. When individual finds total harmony between himself or herself and the surroundings. For example, when I treated the OCD patient, that is obsessive compulsive disorder patient, when I treated, I observed that by using Rabindra Sangeet, the patient was able to control her abnormalities, abnormal behavior. That is spending 18 hours within the bathroom or within the toilet. So what is the challenge here? The challenge here, that is, sometimes some situation occurs when we are not able to meet any psychotherapist. For example, in this condition, when she is within the toilet, it is not possible for any psychologist to provide any behavior therapy or cognitive therapy, etc. Then what is the solution? The solution provides, the solution is available when you play Rabindra Sangit. She has played the Rabindra Sangit, Aloker ei jhorna dharai dhuriye dao. So based upon that thinking, I visited several places in India and abroad. And I have observed very positive feeling, very positive attitude towards the Rabindra's psychotherapy. I received award, Innovative Scientist Award from the Indian Academy of Health Psychology for my contribution in Rabindra's psychotherapy. I gave Best Paper Award in the international conference that was held in Banaras Hindu University, Department of Psychology, on the cognitive science. So my point is, when people are accepting, why do we not start one institute? Therefore, I have started this institute, Rabindra's Psychotherapy Research Institute Trust. It is a trust. It is not any personal property. And in this trust, I am trying to cater psychological service, psychotherapeutic service, research methodology, statistics, in such a manner so that I can do some empirical research work on the postulates of Rabindra's psychotherapy. Therefore, the trust started different courses under the leadership of academic assistant. So I am giving training to the academic assistant. They are trained, and after that, they are disseminating their knowledge. Tagore repeatedly encouraged us the freedom of thinking, freedom of choice, and in Rabindra's psychotherapy, all the academic assistants, they are getting the freedom of choice, the freedom of thinking. And we conducted some of the research, and we developed the instruments also. And our students, they have received the Best Paper Award from INSPA, from Indian Academy of Applied Psychology. Recently, I have received the INSPA Ratna Award from Indian Psychology Association. I always encourage academic assistants as well as our students to publish the paper. If you want to publish the paper, if you are able to publish the paper, publication charges are there. Definitely, RPRIT will bear your charge. So this is the message to all the academic assistants, to all the students of Rabindra's Psychotherapy Research Institute Trust. We will try at our best. We have conducted some international webinar with Philippines and Greece, with Bangladesh. We conducted several national webinars also. in collaboration with different universities in Patiala, Ranchi, Jammu, Mizoram, also in collaboration with academic bodies of psychology, that is Indian Academy of Health Psychology, INSPA, Indian Academy of Applied Psychology. Deepasri already told you about our trustees. So Vishwadipta Majumdar, Dr. Rama Manna, Dr. Subroto Barshak, me and Dr. Shitanshu Khatua are here. So we are the 5 trustees. We have thought to establish this trust. And we have the academic council member, Professor Rituparna Dasgupta, Madam. She is the secretary of our academic council. Professor Prarthita Vishwas, Madam, of Adamasi University. She is also the member. Professor Shubir Nag. He is also our member. Professor Sushmita Mukhopadhyay, Vinod Gupta School of Management, Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur. She is also our member. Professor Ishita Chatterjee, Department of Applied Psychology, University of Calcutta. She is also our member. And our academic assistants, they are following the managing suggestions of the virtual course coordinator also. So this is our structure. So now it is my turn to present you one Rabindra Sangeet played by Miss Ritika Sarkar. She has submitted doctoral dissertation under Professor Ognibha Bandyopadhyay and me to Rabindra Bharati University. Her PhD is related to the flow in Rabindra Sangeet. So that is also related to Rabindric psychotherapy. After this song, Divyasri will tell something.
Ah
Thank you, Ritika. Now it is over to Dibbasri. Dibbasri, are you here?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your motivational words. We are fortunate to work under your guidance, and it is a continuous learning experience for the entire RPRIT team. Thank you, sir. RPRIT is a digital research institute, fifth generation institute. It has location as identification code. It has own classroom in Google. Teacher and academic administrations are virtual. Students are also virtual. It has virtual syllabus, book, study materials. It is totally dependent on internet services. RPRIT has conducted more than 65 workshops, and some of the workshops are based on research methodology, data analysis through art programming, school psychology theory-based workshop, regression statistics on school psychology, etc. In the institute, there are few ongoing skill development certification courses. Those are story therapy, drawing therapy, dance therapy, educational dance for children, profile matching based career counseling, data analysis through art programming, school counseling, questionnaire formation for personnel selection, applied psychometric, telecounseling, research institute internship for forensic psychology, and many more. It will be interesting to have a glimpse of ongoing courses of Rabindrick Psychotherapy Research Institute Trust from the respective academic assistants. So here I welcome Ms. Shomduti to present our school psychology course.
Thank you, Dibbasri ma'am. Good morning, sir. Good morning to everyone. My dear colleague introduced me for the online certificate course on school psychology. We both are actually the academic assistant of this course. So today I have got the opportunity to introduce our course. The school children need proper psychological guidance to learn and acquire skills and abilities. School psychologists are skillfully trained to provide the necessary professional guidance to the children in schools. At present, Indian schools are badly in need of such professional school psychologists to create an ambience to teach and learn so as to provide desired high quality school education in the country. School psychology is a new area to study and research based on international models. The competency requires both knowledge and skills in a particular domain. The RPRIT course is offering in 6 months online certificate course on school psychology since from January, and it ends till June in 2022. The students, those who are studying in this particular course are Zeba Bushra, Priyanka Shaha, Upasana Das, Srija Ganguly, Orunika Ghosh, Shayanti Chakraborty, Monalisa Patanayak. The class timings of our course is Thursday evening 7 to 9 p.m., Sunday at noon 2 to 4 p.m. We can see both of our students receiving the book of school psychology from our beloved sir. Next is I would going to introduce with all of you to the course syllabus that we are ongoing. We have 5 compulsory papers and 2 optional papers. Each paper has a practicum and theory papers as well. Paper 1 is Introduction to School Psychology and Rabindrick Psychotherapy. The practicum included here is developing a script on inclusion in consciousness from Chandalika, analyzing the change in consciousness in Valmiki Pratibha, analyzing Rabindrick values, social psychology awareness workshop. In paper 2, child development and life skills. Here the practicum that is included is observing the various age group children in various situations, like in classroom, playground, at home, with parents, friends, siblings, and list down the characteristics of them in physical, social, emotional, and intellectual domains. Testing mental abilities, personality, social maturity, career and interest of students. In paper 3 is the role of school psychologists in inclusive education. Here, the practicum that is included is analyzing safe school perception data, visiting to institutions of disabilities and preparation of teaching aids, instructional materials for teaching with disabilities in inclusive schools, listing down different maladjusted behavior of children which we could identify from the classroom and outside the classroom, taking interview of a few and try to understand the factors that may be responsible for their behavior. This is one of the most interesting practicum throughout the course. Next, in paper 4 is basic counseling skills and self-care for school psychologists. Now, the practicum that is included is reports of career counseling, family counseling, neighborhood counseling, online or offline report writing, identifying advantages and disadvantages of school psychology, counseling practice in educational institution, reading and writing motivation to their future places. Next is paper 5 is the professional ethics, preparation of learning materials on educating professional ethics of school psychology, constitutional values, and professional ethics of school psychology in different countries. The last two papers is our optional papers, where in paper 6, we can see statistical methods and R programming, where the practicum included is computer-aided memory testing, descriptive statistical data analysis, and data visualization. Paper 7 is the psychometric theories and testing. The practicum included here are designing rating scale questionnaire, interviews schedule in a given topic, item analyzing, reliability testing, and validity testing. These are the throughout course syllabus that we are following for the last 6 months. We are using blended learning method of learning. Zoom, Google Classroom, Google Forms are used to disseminate the knowledge and assessment the progress. Assignments and evaluation exams are conducted at the end of each paper. Students can easily approach our academic assistants and faculties and learn together through interactive WhatsApp group. Classes are facilitated by our internal and external faculties of Rabindranath Psychotherapy Research Institute Trust. Thank you. This is all about this course. Now I will hand over this duty to my dear colleague Ishita ma'am and Anindita ma'am, the Department of Applied Psychometrics.
Thank you, Shamduti. Very nicely you have covered. Now Ishani ma'am and Anindita, they are here.
Yeah, good morning. Yes. Good morning, everyone. I'm Ishani Chakravarti and my colleague Anindita R. Anindita. We are the academic assistants for our PRID Applied Psychometric course. So till now, through the presentations, you are already aware of the Rabindranath Psychotherapy Research Institute Trust, RPRIT, and its postulates, and the main theme or the ideas behind forming this institution. So let me come to our course, Applied Psychometrics at RPRIT. So the Applied Psychometrics is a study which is concerned with the theory and techniques of psychological measurement. And in RPRIT, we are providing this course through virtual media, and the learning objective of this course is obviously to gain knowledge in psychometric principles and its applications. And we hope that to construct their own test, and they will gain expertise in effective test measurements, and they will be able to develop their own instruments. Now, for whom these courses are designed? So these courses are designed for the research scholars who are undergoing PhD program, and also for the UG and PG students who wants to gain proper knowledge in this particular subject, and also for some of the professionals who wants to construct their own test instruments. How we can relate this with the concept of RPRIT? So there is a Rabindra Sangeet, which is Apnake ei jana amar phurabe na. So we constantly try to understand ourselves, to understand others, and I think the knowledge in applied psychometrics will help in that. Now, let me just briefly go through the course structure. So we have introduction to applied psychometrics, where we will be talking about not only the already taught things, but also on health psychometrics, edumetrics, and HRM metrics. Also, we will include music psychometrics. Then we have other papers: characteristics of good psychological test, reliability testing, validity, norm estimation. And the moot point here is we are having practicum sessions for each and every paper. So you can see there will be practicals on clinical psychometrics, item analysis, test, retest reliability, differential validity, and then case classification. So we tried to include everything and try to make it a very compact course. I hope it will help the students. And now let me pass on the mic to my colleague, Anindita. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ishani ma'am. Good morning, everybody. I just want to reiterate a little bit about the course structure and the benefits of this particular course. Being a person who's already undergone this course myself, I just want to reiterate certain unique aspects about this course. So when we move on to talk about the details under the course structure, the advantage of being a part of this course is that every single theoretical paper is being reiterated by a practical session, where there is a bridging of the gap between what we learn as concepts and how to actually apply them during your practical sessions. So this particular course helps us a lot with regard to understanding what are the basics that are required in constructing a tool, regardless of what area you might be working in. This gives us a basic understanding of what is needed for us to even start constructing a tool, and what is required for us to understand the norm estimation, how to convert raw scores into standardized scores. So when we talk about RPRIT per se, any course in RPRIT has one particular unique benefit, is that when you go through the course yourself and you have an exceptional performance in the course, you have an opportunity to be a part of RPRIT facilitation team, just like us. So you can be a part of this team by being an academic assistant yourself if you are able to excel in this particular course. So with regards to how we are going to go about the course is that we will have a course on Mondays and Fridays from 8 to 9 p.m. And we will go through both the theory and practical papers in a systematic manner. And we are going to have testing and assessments all along the way to keep a progress check and also to understand whether we can improve our facilitation skills as we are going about the course. I hope that few courses like this will also be something that you all will be interested in. And if you are interested in it, please do partake in it because it does have a lot of value with regard to the knowledge that is gained. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Anindita. And then I pass on the mic to the next academic assistant. Thank you.
Hello. So I'm audible.
Yes, it starts.
Hello. So myself, Shreyashi Sharma. I'm academic assistant of Telemental Health Counseling course at Rabindra Psychotherapy Research Institute and Trust. So first question is, what is telemental health counseling? Telemental health care is a new multidisciplinary approach based on information technologies and computer sciences, enabling psychiatric services rendered to patients. So can you play the next slide?
Next slide.
Yes. Hello.
Yes. Is it visible? The benefit of.
Okay. Rabindra Psychotherapy Research Institute Trust is launching 2-month training on telemental health counseling for graduate and above. And the classes will be conducting Tuesday and Sunday, 8 to 9 p.m. I was saying that telemental health is use of telecommunication or video conferencing technology to provide mental health services. So as the need for providing virtual mental health services has increased and providers are finding ways to use phones, video conferencing technologies to bring therapy, evaluation, interventions and medications management to individual where they are. Even I would like to inform you all that our finance minister, respected Nirmala Sitharaman, while presenting the budget 2020, said that the telemental health counseling program will be launched to improve accesses to quality mental health counseling and healthcare services, which will be consist of digital methods. So there are some benefits and drawbacks also. Because benefits are that telemental health appointments do not require travel, means less time of work and smoother the logistic coordination for things like transportation and childcare. And people can get a variety of specialized care through telemental health counselor. And telemental health counselor available for people to access services in remote and emergency situations also. But some drawbacks are also there because everyone not very everyone is not very
hello Dibasri, please change the slide. Dibasri, please change the slide. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, there are some drawbacks that I'm saying that there are some varying level of technological quality can affect the services, and services may be limited by lack of internet connection and devices. So the both client and the counselor must be ensured about the accesses of technology to overcome the drawback and make the sessions fruitful. Next slide. Okay. So following the mental health program, Rabindra Psychotherapy Research Trust has designed the course consisting of following. First is model of mental health. So here we will cover the topics like behavioral model, cognitive model, social model, personality model of any psychiatric disorder, and positive psychological approach. Next will be covered that approaches of mental health counseling, where the topics will be covered that the directive counseling approach, non-directive counseling approach, eclectic counseling approach. Next will be that next paper will be tele-assessment of anxiety and depressive disorder. That here we can teach our students how to take test histories, how to take mental status examination of the client, and how to conduct assessment and how to proceed the counseling session further. Next paper will be IEC on mental health, and we will have some practical evaluations also. So, coming to the conclusion that tele-mental health counseling course from Rabindra Psychotherapy Research Institute Trust may offer a set of skill development course under academic assistant. And as you all know that our institute already conducting many other courses. So currently this institute have more than 100 certified students, and this institute is engaged in dissemination of knowledge through academic courses, seminar and workshop. So our students can also be trained by external and internal facilities. So I just want to welcome the students who willing to take the course on tele-mental health counseling, because our motive to enrich the resources of tele-mental health counseling program, and 2 months training on tele-mental health counseling program may help the professional to identify these policies within professional code of ethics and possibilities of tele-mental health practices. So before I ending my presentation, I would just like to mention the quote by our Kavi Guru Rabindranath Thakur, that is, বিপদে মোরে রক্ষা করো এ নহে মোর প্রার্থনা বিপদে আমি না যেন করি ভয়. Here Kavi Guru just want to mention that let me not pray to be sheltered from danger, but to be fearless in facing them. So this is what we will teach our student, the budding tele-mental health counselor, through this course, that how to develop resources among the client with psychiatric disorder, so they can face their negative situation, they can enhance their coping resources to overcome their situation without escape from their situation, right? So again, I just want to welcome, I just want to request every participant, willing students, to come and join our course on tele-mental health counseling. So thank you. Let me hand it over to Priya ma'am and Kavita ma'am.
Thank you, Shreyasi. I'm sharing my screen. Good morning, everyone, sir and ma'am, and everyone who has joined our symposium. I'm thrilled to share our 3-month online questionnaire construction internship, which started a few weeks back. I, Priya Verma, and Ms. Kavita Shaj, we two are the academic assistants for this course. So I will introduce myself. My name is Priya Verma. I am a PhD research scholar at University of Rajasthan, Jaipur. GATE and UGC, NT and NET qualified. I have completed Masters in Psychology from University of Rajasthan and BA Honors from IIS University, Jaipur. I have completed Diploma and Certificate in Counseling and Guidance, Rajasthan State Certificate in Information and Technology. I have been former consultant psychologist at Central Hospital, Northwestern Railways, Jaipur. And I have a 4-year experience as a psychologist, psychotherapist using eclectic methods, CBT, REBT, motivational interviewing, CDT, to name a few. I have also completed certificate course in applied psychometrics with RPRIT. I have also presented various papers in national and international seminars and conferences. About our other academic assistant, Ms. Kavita Shaj. Kavita Shaj,
Priya. Priya. Am I audible, Priya?
Yes, yes. Am I audible?
Yeah. It's Kavita here. I'll introduce myself. Hello.
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay. So hi everyone. I was not able to join yet, but then because my exams are going, let me introduce myself. I'm Kavita Shah. I'm currently in my final year of Masters in Clinical Psychology from Surana College, Bangalore. I've completed my BA Psychology from SIS College of Arts and Science, Mumbai. I have also completed my postgraduate diploma in Counseling and Family Therapy from IGNOU. I am a certified positive psychology coach by Inspire Foundation. I've also completed my postgraduate course in victimology, victim assistance, and criminal justice, as well as the applied psychometric course by RPRES. I've also finished my intensive training under ASPAR Foundation on solution-focused breach therapy. I am currently in the process of publishing 2 of my research papers, and I have presented at 7 conferences so far in various national and international conferences. That's all. Thank you.
So I want to introduce you to our questionnaire construction internship. The aim of this internship is to provide knowledge about selection and training through steps such as literature review, development of psychological scale, and analysis of data. The detailed syllabus approaches the subject in various ways where it helps the student understand the theory behind personnel selection, the dynamics of questionnaire construction, the APA approach behind literature review, choosing domains, item pool, applying statistics to move further in the final selection of items, establishing reliability, validity, norms and test standardization process, and eventually writing of the test manual. So I want to talk to you about, walk you through the syllabus of our internship. We have 5 units and every unit has 4 papers. Unit 1 is about theories and research design in personnel selection, which involves job description, personal specification, working environment, type of tests which are used in organizational behavior, methods of job analysis, including psychopathic personality and criminal profiling. Unit 2 includes statistics and statistical software, which includes data collection, IRT and CTT theory, item analysis, item difficulty and discrimination. Analysis of psychometric properties of the psychological instrument include reliability, validity, test standardization, and norm development includes the steps for developing norms for different tests and how to standardize and use statistical techniques to establish norm. And unit 5 includes writing a training manual, a dissertation, and how to write a APA research paper with APA recent APA guidelines, and also how to write a research paper for publication. So all these things would be systematically shared theoretically and with the help of practicums. Currently, we have 3 students and all of the students were selected through a rigorous selection procedure, which included a selection test and interview. After that, 3 students were selected. The background of the student includes they have completed their post-graduation and they are pursuing PhD. one of which is an experienced faculty and has translated psychological scale into her vernacular language. And the third one is working as a psychologist and preparing for PhD entrance. She has also cleared NTA NET, so that helps in appropriate knowledge regarding the basic knowledge, which helps us building on the questionnaire construction internship. So far, 3 out of 25 classes have been taken, and the schedule is Wednesday and Saturday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. The future outcome of this internship, the interns would be able to construct a scale from scratch, including all the steps, and they would be learning each and every step theoretically and practically. And end of it, they would be able to write their own research paper, and the publication process would be aided with RPRIT, and together all of us would be publishing our paper, which includes questionnaire construction and how we started from a topic of personal selection, the theories, the variables which we are undertaking, and then the entire process of constructing a scale, and then coming towards finalizing a final scale, and then we would be sharing a training manual of the constructed scale, so that can be used in the organizational setting for personal selection. The nature of the test would be it would be questionnaire and also semi-projective techniques. So we would be covering how to select questions from different questionnaires, how to draft questionnaires, and then at the end of it, we would also be making a semi-projective test, which is for personal selection to help aid the infallibility of questionnaire. And yes, that is how our internship is progressing with the help of our academic assistants and our sir, Dr. Debulal Dattaroy. And we have just started, and we have long way to go. And with the spirit, thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Priya. In this connection, I like to share that is in order to provide the practicum to the students as well as the academic assistants, journal publication, as well as to providing the service to the banking industry, we have started one collaboration, academic collaboration with one microfinance company. So that is my sharing. Thank you. So after Priya, who will start? Meghmala?
Yes, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, Meghmala, you are audible.
Yes. Let me just share my screen first. So can you just tell me my screen is visible also?
It's coming, ma'am. You're not.
Sir, my screen is visible.
Yes, it is visible.
Yes, yes. Thank you. Okay, so I'm just having a little bit problem sharing my screen. Just a second. Screen share has turned off. Meghmala? Yeah, I'm just okay. Sharing the screen again. Just a second.
Megmala, please you introduce yourself also.
Yes, I'm going to. Is it visible? My screen is visible?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Good morning to everyone present here. I welcome you all to the Symposium on Psychological Scaling in Forensic Psychology. It is my honor to introduce to the chairperson of Technical Session 1 to all of you. Firstly, I would like to inform that RPRIT has successfully completed 2 batches of Forensic Psychology Level 1 course. The aim of this course is to enhance research interest in forensic psychology field among students. I would like to give a brief introduction of the course, what it covers. So before I start, I'm going to introduce myself. I'm Megmala Mukherjee. I have done my bachelor's and master's from University of Calcutta in Applied Psychology, and I am an MPhil student. I was an MPhil student of forensic psychology also, and from National Forensic Sciences University. Right now, I'm working with RPRIT, and I'm working as a research assistant also in a DST CSRI project in National Forensic Sciences University. So first, I'm going to give a very brief introduction, like what is forensic psychology and what it is going to cover. So forensic psychology, the term came from a Latin word forensis, which means forum. So forum is a place where people used to debate. So like people are debating, on the basis of that, the forensic psychology, the term forensic came from. So now the definition of the forensic psychology. Forensic psychology is nothing but a very important branch of psychology, which can act as a bridge between psychology and the forensic. The forensic is about the crimes and the investigation and statement collections and collections of evidence, and psychology, which is working with the behavior, like the behavior of the victims as well as the behavior of suspects, not only the criminals or offenders. So according to the specialty guidelines of forensic psychologists, forensic psychology is a field that covers all forms of professional conduct when acting with definable foreknowledge as a psychological expert on explicitly psychological issues in direct assistance to the courts, parties to the legal proceedings, correctional and forensic mental health facilities, administrative, judicial and legislative agencies acting in a judiciary capacity. So the definition is saying that we are not only dealing with the victims or the offenders or the suspects, we are dealing with the legal proceedings also. Like for expert testimony, the court will ask whom? The court will ask the forensic psychology to present there and ask whether the suspect is can be like mentally fit for giving any kind of interview or testimony or stand the trial, and we go through all the instrumentations for assessing their mental fitness to stand this trial also. Now the role of the forensic psychologist. So we can divide the roles of the forensic psychology as an experience of field study and the researcher also. So the first role of the forensic psychology is the clinical forensic psychologist, where we are just assessing and checking the mental health of the suspects and the victims as well. And next is the expert testimony. Expert testimony, as I said earlier also, the expert testimony is we are appearing in court as giving expert testimony, like giving our thoughts whether the suspect can be treated as a criminal or whether the suspect has committed any kind of crime or not on the basis of the instrumentation or the assessment we are following through. Next is the determination of the fitness to stand trial. So that is also, again, we are just evaluating on the basis of the questionnaires and the scaling techniques and the assessments we're using, and we are just checking that whether the person can is fit to stand the trial or not. Next is the personnel selection. Personnel selection for the legal people who are working in legal issues and legal proceeding, like the lawyers, like the police personnel. We can also appoint a forensic psychologist there for checking their stress level or mental health, whether they can fit for this job perfectly or not. So in the personnel selection, we can appoint a forensic psychologist also. Now the treatment programs of offenders, like whenever we are just checking whether the person committed any kind of crime or not, we use different kind of assessment, psychological assessment or instrumentation. The instrumentations like the lie detection, the narco analysis, and layered voice analysis, BIOS, etc. So these treatment programs also used by the forensic psychologists, and this is a very vital role of forensic psychologists also. Now the part is coming towards the research part. Like without research, we cannot flourish a course very well. So the research is very much important part with forensic psychology also. The experimental forensic psychologists, where the research is going through, like forensic psychologists who are working in research also and experimentations also. For what? For checking the effects of stress on police officers. Like police officers are the front, they are working in the front line. So it is very much important to go through their stress level also, because their job is very frustrating and very stressful also. So it is very important. Next is developing test better ways to contact the eyewitness. So sometimes what happens, we collect a testimony from the eyewitness also. So what is this? We are just suppose somewhere a crime has happened. So we are going to check with the surrounding and the people who has experienced that crime or who has witnessed that crime. So we are going to construct the questions in a better way so that the person or we are able to collect more information regarding the crime. Next is the evaluating offenders and the victims treatment. So how well we can evaluate the treatment so that we help the victims in a better way, and we help to nourish the victims' mental health in a better way, and the offenders also, so that we construct the interview in such way so that the offender or we can collect more information about the crime or about the suspects regarding the crime as well. So, Rabindra Psychotherapy Research Institute Trust has been started this course from 2020. Yeah, I was the first academic assistant for this course also. And the first level we have started from December, I guess, yes. And we successfully completed another batch of the level 1 of forensic psychology as well. The syllabus for level 1, we are to cover the very basic of the forensic psychology, where we are just giving a brief introduction of forensic psychology, theories behind the criminal behavior, and the research part also. Some basic introduction of the research. In the level 2, we are covering the assessments, as well as we are covering some forensic psychology research methods also. I'm sorry, I guess someone is not. There's some noise I'm getting, so I'm just requesting everyone. So please unmute your mic. Yeah, thank you. So in the level 2, we are going to cover the fundamentals of forensic psychology. We are just using the assessments and investigative techniques and everything. In the third level, we are covering the expertise in the advance of forensic psychology, which is the forensic psychological investigation techniques, where we are covering the instruments like lie detections, narco analysis, BIOS, and suspect detection system, etc. Along with that, we are giving a more expertise knowledge in research methods, research methodology, and the statistical analysis, how to write research, how to write a paper, how to publish in a journal, and all these things are covering in the last step of this course. For the eligibility for admission of this course, students in psychological background or any other like forensic backgrounds can also join this course, along with 55% marks in BSc or MSc or bachelor's in arts or bachelor's in masters. There are 3 modules and 3 months course this is, and the mode of study is online. This is a very brief about the institute, Rabindranath Psychotherapy Research Institute. Now, I would like to welcome Dr. Priyanka ma'am. We are honored to invite you, ma'am, for chairing this session. Dr. Priyanka
Megmala,
yes, sir.
Professor Priyanka ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Okay, please